Project Ice Cream, better known as Matrix 4, is one of the most anticipated films of 2021. And although there is no official marketing material for the film yet, we have new interesting news stories regarding the cast and the premiere dates. Welcome to Matrix Explained.
Welcome to the desert of the real.
Before we begin today's video, we would like to invite you to visit the Street Fighter Verse, a channel dedicated to everything Street Fighter. Would you like to know what is the Hadouken, or if Bison has been dead the entire time? Then please visit Street Fighter Verse. Link to the channel in the description below. The first bit of news was published by Collider.com, and it talks about a new addition to the cast of Matrix 4. The news article reads as follows, and I quote, "Christina Ricci has been quietly cast in the still untitled Matrix sequel, tentatively titled The Matrix 4. This casting news comes from an updated press kit released by Warner Brothers, but details of her character remain unknown. However, her casting is an exciting addition to the film, slated to be released this December." End quote. Variety.com had more information on Ricci's sudden casting, and I quote, "An updated press kit from Warner Brothers on the untitled film include Ricci's name in an all-star cast, which features Keanu Reeves, Carrie-Anne Moss, Jada Pinkett Smith, Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, Priyanka Chopra Jonas, Jonathan Groff, and Neil Patrick Harris, to name a few. No details were provided as to Ricci's role in the sci-fi film, though she is known for playing characters that lean towards the unconventional. Warner Brothers declined to comment on the casting, and representatives of Ricci did not immediately respond to Variety's request for comment. Ricci and the Matrix 4 director Lana Wachowski previously worked together in 2008 on Speed Racer. Ricci broke through in 1991 with a portrayal of Wednesday Addams in The Addams Family and had continued success as a teenager in Casper and Now and Then. Ricci has also starred in Sleepy Hollows, Monster, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, The Lizzie Borden Chronicles, and The Smurfs too." End quote. After the publication of the news, IMDb updated the Matrix 4 page and added Ricci to the cast. As both reports stated, no one knows what her role is in the film, but we speculate that Ricci won't have much screen time. She could be in the film, or could be voicing a non-human character. As the article in Variety reported, Ricci has worked with the Wachowskis before in the movie Speed Racer, so she could play a significant role, regardless of whether her time on screen is short or long. Moving on to another bit of news. Recently, a document found on the Internet Movie Database, IMDb, shows the release dates of Matrix 4 around the world. The movie will be released first in France, a week before the United States, on December 15th. But why will the film premiere on different dates around the world? Movie studios like Warner Brothers usually make different deals with film distributors in other countries. In some cases, American films do release earlier in other territories. Most recent example is Fast 9. The movie premiered in Asian territories on May 19th, while the US premiere is slated for June 24th, more than a month apart. As we've mentioned earlier, it is a business strategy or the result of negotiations with distributors. But it could also be that Warner Brothers separated these dates in advance as placeholders or reservations. The dates can be subject to change. Scheduling release dates is very important. The studio needs to know what theaters are going to be open and available during the expected holiday release window for this movie. Many movie theaters around the world are still running under certain restrictions due to the pandemic. Movie studios still do not have the luxury to pick any date they want. As I said, these dates could be subject to change. As of this video, Matrix 4 is still scheduled to release on December 22nd in cinemas and HBO Max here in the United States. Interestingly, France is the first country that will get to see the movie. Does that mean that the Frenchman, aka the Merovingian, is going to have a more important role in this movie? Is it a marketing strategy or a coincidence?
Causality. There is no escape from it. We are forever slaves to it. Our only hope, our only peace is to understand it, to understand the why.
Another curious detail is that the official title of Matrix 4 has not yet been revealed. If it's going to continue the tradition of the sequels in having a subtitle starting with the letters R and E, Reloaded Revolutions. In the list of premiere dates, all the countries say Matrix 4, but one, Spain. In Spain, the film is titled Matrix Resurrections. As of the release of this video, it has not yet been confirmed that this is the official title, but it could be. It fits with the supposed theme of the movie, the resurrections of Neo and Trinity. Now moving on to the latest bit of news on Matrix 4, and it's about Jessica Henwick. We've already theorized that this actress is playing an important role due to her background in martial arts and stunt work. In a recent interview with Empire Online, Henwick made several statements about her participation in Matrix 4, and I quote, "She's ticking another massive movie dream off her list, plunging into the Matrix for Lana Wachowski's mysterious fourth chapter. If her character remains unannounced, and details on what the Matrix 4 even is are currently scarce, Henwick teases that she will be very much involved in the series' signature slow-mo fight sequences. I haven't seen a cut of the film, so I don't know what's in it and what isn't, but I trained every day for months," she tells Empire in the British New Wave issue. "There are a couple of cast members who didn't have any physical stuff, and they were so sad. How can you be in the Matrix and not get to do any of the good stuff? As for her wishes, most of those were granted in the film that paid off a lifelong dream. I grew up thinking Matrix was the coolest thing ever," she says. "Bullet time, the multiple agents, the pills, and the rabbit. When I signed on, I said the 3 things I want are a leather jacket, sunglasses, and some wire work. I got 2 out of the 3. I'll leave you to guess which ones." End quote. So this interview confirms what we've already suspected. Henwick will indeed play a very important character, facilitated by her martial art and stunt training. She could be possibly a member of the Resistance, a red pill. We have plenty of videos discussing this topic. Check those out if you can. Henwick's character could even be the new Integral Anomaly. Henwick mentioned that she trained for months for her role. Sounds similar to what Keanu Reeves, Carrie-Anne Moss, Hugo Weaving, and Lawrence Fishburne underwent. They also trained for months for every fight scene in the original trilogy. Not much else is said about her character, but we are excited nonetheless. She could be a crew member of the Mnemosyne, the new group of red pills who are looking for or find Neo. But do you agree? Would you travel to France to see Matrix 4 as soon as possible? We might. For Matrix Explained, please leave a like and subscribe. And thank you for visiting the Desert of the Real.